Okay, this is going to be a quick video breakdown of how I am going to need my expired listings Excel spreadsheet formatted. Okay, so basically to give a quick breakdown of what is this information, generally you will be provided pretty much all of this information, and we would need to enter in all of this information. So with that being said, the respective data fields, we have the Foley number, if the property is owner occupied, the date that it was originally listed, the day that it expired, property address, city, state, zip, county. We have the owner's full name, first name, last name, mailing address, city, state, zip, and phone number. I will actually acquire that information later. Now, there are some hidden fields on here. Do not focus with those. This is basically the information right now that I am going to need either cleaned up or researched. So, starting out, we're going to start with the Foley number. And we're basically going to copy this, actually go back to my notes. We're going to go to bcpa.net, do a property search, and enter in the Foley number, and then log all of that information. So to do this step, going back to bcpa.net, I'm actually already in the website, so just to show you BCPA, how to do this from the very beginning, we go to bcpa.net, do a property search, click on the graphic, it's going to load. We take the Foley number and we paste it in to do a search. Now, the first couple of examples, like I said, I've already done, so I'll just backtrack through the information. First thing we need to log is the owner's name. In this example, this property is actually owned by some type of a business, LLC, another entity, and not an actual person per se, but a business or entity. So still, we're going to log that information. So LLCs, which I'll show in my notes, I only need that logged under full name. You don't have to break all of that information up. Just leave it all in full name. So, but however, we are still going to log the mailing address, city, state, and zip. Again, phone number, don't worry about. I will actually get that information later. Our next step is to determine whether or not the property actually has the owner living in it. And to do that, it's very simple. If the property address does not match the mailing address, then in this column we put no. If the property address does match the mailing address, if it, stop. If it does match, then we would put yes. So if they don't match, no. If they do match, yes. Very simple. Next, we need to confirm whether or not the property actually sold after it was initially listed. It could be sold a number of ways. The title could have changed from one person in a family to another person in a family. It could have actually been sold out on the open market. It could have been sold FISBO. Don't really care. But however, if the date that is shown in the public records is after this date, meaning for this property, they initially tried to sell it December 12th, 2018. So if it says January 12th, 2019, then this needs to be highlighted red. This is an example. I haven't actually done that one yet. But this would need to be highlighted red because this property actually has not had a sale date of change or anything change after. We're going to go ahead and leave it blank. But to get into it, so going back to my notes, again, like I said, three basic things that we're doing. We're researching the property, and after we research the property, we are going to log necessary information, and then after doing so, we need to confirm if the property sold after the list date and if it's owner occupied or not. These were actually a little bit out of order how I said it before. However, let's get into it. It's still the same steps. Foley number, I'm going to copy that using my shortcut command, and I'm sorry, we've already done this. Basically take that information, we're logging it on the spreadsheet again. So let's just go ahead and do this next. Actually, no, I'll do I'll do this one. Again, folio number, we're going to copy it. We're going to come back up, do a property search. We're already on the website, BCPA, so we don't have to keep doing that step. But again, do another property search, enter, and then we're going to come and verify whether or not, like I said, a couple of information. We want the owner's name, we want the mailing address formatted as needed, and we want to confirm whether or not the mailing address matches the physical address. If they do not match, it's non-owner occupied, which would be no. If they do match, then it is owner occupied, and that would be a yes. We want to confirm whether or not a sale has taken place after it was initially listed. So we go down here to history for this parcel, sales history for this parcel, and we want to make sure that the last available date is not after our date. So again, 3/5/2019. The last time a transaction took place on this property was back in 2007, so we're good on that field. However, we are still going to make sure to enter in the owner's full name, the owner's first name, and the owner's last name. If it's two people that own the property, in this example, there are two people, Joseph and April. April goes on a separate line. Okay? Still full name, first name, last name, mailing address, and then after which we're going to confirm whether or not it's owner occupied. In this example, it is. And like I said, we're going to confirm whether or not the property actually sold after or had some type of a title change after the initial list date. If you have any questions now or down the road, definitely reach out to me, especially if you're my virtual assistant. I definitely want you to reach out to me if you have any questions. That way I can address them as soon as possible, and that make it more easier for you to help me get this accomplished. Yeah, that's it for this video.